confess 正直に言う
confess on board
everyone's on board with the plan.
Everyone's on board with the plan. Pity.
No.
On
Narrate.
Morgan Freeman could narrate a history book, and I would still find it interesting.
Narrative.
Narrate.
global.
My teacher said if China collapses,
My teacher said if China collapses, it won't be a China problem, but a global issue. My teacher said if China collapses, it won't be a China problem, but a global issue.
My teacher said if China collapses,
My
it
teacher
won't be
said
a
if
China problem, but a
collapses,
global
it won't be
issue.
a China problem, but a global issue.
My high school teacher said if China collapses, it won't be a China problem, but a global issue. My teacher said if China collapses, it won't be
My
a
teacher
China
said if
problem,
China collapses, it won't be a China problem, but a global issue.
but a global issue.
Pity.
It is a pity that you weren't running home my past.
Fact.
In fact, Hanbaker looks like it is but it's in fact happening. As a matter of fact, everyone gets old. It's just a factor of life. It is just a fact of life. And older people social media is full of information that isn't factual.
Admire.
Admire. I really admire you. I really admire you. How patient. I admire you. I really admire how patient you are with David. I really admire how patient you are with David.
Narrate.
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 語る。Narrative. Narrative.
Pity.
残念なこと。It is a pity that
Shame.
shame.
Antique.
Antique.
Exquisite.
Exquisite. 素晴らしいだけど。うん。The food at the restaurant was exquisite.
The food at the restaurant was exquisite.
The food at the restaurant is exquisite. The food at the restaurant was 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 exquisite.
The food at the restaurant was exquisite.
The food at the restaurant was exquisite.
Warm.
Warm. 警告する。
Criminal.
こういうのは犯罪の。Not bring a drink to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing. I have not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing
drinks to a house party is Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
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 Criminal. Criminal.
Crime.
Crime. The criminally insane. The criminally insane.
The criminal insane.
Criminally.
Criminally. Crime.
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 I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit crimes.
I want
I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit crimes. I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit crimes.
whatever they want to do, as long as they don't commit crimes. I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit crimes.
I want to let my kids do whatever they want. I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit crimes. I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit.
Whatever.
I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as
Whatever.
they don't commit
Whatever.
crimes.
Whatever.
I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit crimes.
I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't. I want to let my kids. I want to let my kids. I want to let my kids do whatever. I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as they don't commit crime. I want to let my kids do whatever they want to do as long as as long as.
Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. I heard that. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal.
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 Exquisite.
Exquisite. 極めて美しい。素晴らしい。非常に素晴らしい。The food at the restaurant was exquisite.
Impact.
Impact 衝撃。
Impact.
おお。影響が make an impact. Working at smaller companies is great because I feel like I'm actually making an impact. Impact.
Impact. Make an impact. Working at a smaller company is great because I feel like I'm actually making an impact. Impact.
Impact.
Impact.
Impact. I find that
I find that Apple commercials are
Apple commercials are
always impactful and punchy.
I find that
I find that Apple commercials are always impactful and punchy.
I find that Apple commercials
are always impactful and punchy.
I find that Apple commercial are always impactful and punchy. I find that Apple commercial are always impactful and punchy.
On board.
On board. 賛成している。Everyone is on board with the plan. Everyone is on board with this plan. I feel like I'm on board. I feel like that I'm on board with the trend of peculiar 変な peculiarity peculiar unique
Criminal.
criminal 犯罪的な not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Not bringing drinks to a house party is basically criminal. Confidence 自信 Have confidence you can do it. Please believe me. Confidently. Confidence. Include 含む I'm very disappointed. This does include pickled ginger. Exclude. Including. Included.
Included.
Is tax included in the price?
Is tax included in the price?
Inclusive. Our company is trying to beat. Our company is trying to build a more inclusive and diverse workplace culture.
Law.
法律 always Abby
I always abide by the law, even if it's a bit inconvenient. I always abide by the law, even if it's a bit
abide by
inconvenient.
the law.
I always abide by the law, even if it's a bit inconvenient.
I always
I
abide by
always
the
abide by
law,
the law, even if it's a bit inconvenient.
even if it's a bit inconvenient. It's a bit, even if it's a bit inconvenient. Against the law. Number of against the law. Against the law. Against the law. Discrimination based on the gender is against the law. Lawyer, legal. It is not legal to hack software. Illegally. Okay. Lawsuit. Discrimination based on gender. Discrimination based on gender. It's against the law.
Discrimination based on gender is against the law.
Discrimination based on gender is against the law.
Law.
Always abide.
I always abide by the law, even
Abide
if
by
it's a
the
bit
law.
inconvenient.
I always abide by the law.
Even if it's a bit inconvenient.
I always abide by the law, even if it's a bit inconvenient. I always abide by the law, even if it's a bit convenient.
Imposition.
The imposition of taxes doesn't illustrate benefits a country. Chavez decided to impose imposition 貸すこと impose 何々を貸す expose entertainment 娯楽 I think people watch the news for entertainment more than information. I think people watch the news for information. I think people watch the news for entertainment more than information. Entertaining people and making them laugh.
Fine.
I feel fine. I was a bit sick last week, but I feel
I was a
high
bit
and
sick
low.
last week, but I feel fine now.
The finest fabric.
The finest fabric.
The finest fabric.
I can't believe they gave me a parking fine for being a minute over the time limit.
Prison. Lawyer. Jail.
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 Jail. Jail. Jail.
Jail.
Jail. Jail. Jail.
Surely you're not going to prison for stealing a chocolate bar.
Surely you are not going to prison for stealing a chocolate bar. I'm in prison. The card reader is in prison now. Go to prison. Go to jail. 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 In prison.
Actually,
Juvenile.
Juvenile. Playing video games at our age a bit, isn't it? Is it? Playing video games. Playing video games at our age.
Isn't it?
Playing video games at our age. Our age.
Playing video games at our age is a bit juvenile,
Our
isn't
age.
it?
Our age.
Playing video games at our age is a bit
Our
juvenile,
age.
isn't it?
Our age. Our age. Our age.
Playing video games at our age is a bit juvenile, isn't it?
Playing video games at our age is a bit general, isn't it?
Juvenile. Playing video games at our age is a bit juvenile, isn't it?
Juvenile.
Juvenile.
Impact.
影響と衝撃
Impact.
Make an impact. Have an impact on.
Attitude.
姿勢、考え方、見方。You have such a great attitude toward learning new things. You have such a great attitude toward toward learning new things.
You have such a great attitude towards learning new things. You have such a great attitude towards learning new things.
Toward learning new things. You have such a great attitude.
You have such a great attitude towards learning new things.
Attitude. You have such a great attitude toward learning new things. You have such a great attitude. You have such a great attitude toward learning new things. You have such a great attitude. You have such a great attitude toward learning new things. You have such a great attitude toward learning new things.
You have such a great attitude towards learning new things.
Toward learning new things. You have such a great attitude toward learning new things. You have such a great You have such a great attitude toward learning new things. You have such a great attitude toward learning new things. The student took the attitude that the class was a waste of time. The student took the attitude that is all normal. I think it is bad. By the time I living alone, by the time I started to live alone, by the time I started to
You have such. The student took the attitude.
by the time I started to live alone, I took the attitude that what my mother, what my parents gave me, my parents gave me is all normal. I have to do all things in my house as long as I live alone, but I don't know the detail, so I regret. I should have appreciated more and more.
Imposition.
Imposition 課すこと。Imposition Impose
Juvenile
少年っぽい、未成年の子供っぽい。Juvenile The juvenile mistake.
Confident.
Capital.
Capture 年の大文字の Please write your name in all capital letters. Please write your name in all capital letters.
Please write your name in all capital letters.
Please write your name.
Please write your name in all capital
Please
letters.
write your name.
Please write your name in all
Write your
capital
name.
letters.
Write your name. Write your name. Write. Please write your name in all capital letters. Please write your name. Please write your name. Please write your name. Please write your name.
In all capital letters.
Please write your name in all capital letters. In all capital letters. Please write your name in all capital letters. In all capital letters. The capital of Canada is Ottawa, not Toronto. Raise capital in capitals. It is interesting that some countries have capital punishment, while others don't. Isn't it interesting that some countries have capital punish where others don't? Failure 失敗。I felt like a bit of failure when I dropped out of the university fair. She never fails to email. She never fails to email. From won't fail. If you listen to my instruction, our plan won't fail. False. Most people fail the exam. Most people fail the exam.
Most people fail the exam.
Most people fail the exam.
Most people fail the exam.
Most people fail the exam. Most people fail the exam. If you listen to my instruction or plan one fail. She never fails to email every week.
I felt like a bit of a failure when I dropped
I
out
feel
of
like
university.
I felt like a bit of a failure when I dropped out of university. I felt like a bit of failure when I dropped out of university. Failure teaches success, so don't be afraid of making mistakes. Failure teaches success, so don't be afraid of making mistakes. Failure teaches success.
Failure teaches success, so don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Failure teaches success, so don't be afraid of making mistakes. Failure teaches success, so don't be afraid of making mistakes. Fine. Backing.
Abide by something.
Abide by something. We have to abide by something. We have to abide by. We have to abide by. We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We have to
abide by John's rules when we're at his house.
We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. 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 We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rules when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We are at his house. We have to abide by John's rule when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rules when we are at his house. We have to abide by John's rules when we are at his house. Superior, 優れる。Is flying really superior to taking the train? Inferiority.
Inferiority.
Inferiority. A sense of inferiority. Superiority. A sense of superiority. Inferior. Feel inferior. Your English will be better than
Endangerment.
endangerment. Endanger. 危険にさらすこと。Endangered.
Patience.
Patient. 我慢強さ。Patient. Impatient. I have to patiently continue to study English.